What if I told you you didn't need to pay UGC creators $100 per video to get content for your business? You don't need to outsource to 4 to 5 different ad agencies to scale your business. You could literally generate $100K a month in revenue by following these 5 variables. Now, how do I know this? Well, first of all, I operate a consulting firm. I work with a ton of direct-to-consumer brands in my portfolio. As far as what we do is pretty simple. I mean, we help founders build in-house for exits. Now, I've seen every single brand you can name of, from bootstrap companies to VC-backed companies to even brands that are crushing it all in-house. Now, what separates brands doing 10 million a year or even 12 million a year in revenue compared to brands doing barely not even touching $1 million a year in revenue? The 5 variables that separate winners from losers is pretty simple. Everything that a startup brand that's barely crossing that $1 million a year threshold just does the opposite. That's what makes 12 million a year brands more successful. It's just taking whatever the losers are doing and doing the opposite. So here are what every single startup company that's not even crossing $1 million a year is doing. First of all, they are paying huge lump sums of money to ad agencies as outsourcing, whether it be marketing, whether it be creators, whether it be landing page, so on and so forth. A lot of agencies or a lot of brands are outsourcing to agencies because they either lack the skill set, they lack the ability, they lack the time to get said service delivery done. Whereas if you flip that, the brands that are scaling doing 12 million a year revenue, they have everything solely in-house. When I compare an e-commerce brand to a SaaS company, very rarely do you see a SaaS tech company outsource their marketing. They have their marketing and they have their sales team solely in-house. There's a competitive edge when you have all of these resources in-house. Now, the second variable is pretty much, as I covered before, it's outsourcing. What the top brands do is when they have their in-house team, then they're looking for guidance outside to possibly improve other areas of their business. Could be retail, could be tapping into these other area avenues. So it's very important that as a founder, you're constantly educating your business and you're continuously seeking out knowledge, because there's always going to be a stagnation period. And the sooner you're able to seek out other mentors that have passed that threshold, the faster you can do more for your business. Now, the third variable is pretty simple. The brands that scale pretty hard just focus on one single access channel. I see a lot of beginner brands, when they have barely 5K ad budget in a given month, they are running ads across Facebook, they're running ads across TikTok, they're running ads across Google ads, right? There's a lot of shiny object syndrome present. Whereas the brands that have scaled pretty hard are just focusing on 1 or 2 ad channels, which is like Facebook for top of funnel traffic and then Google ads for retargeting more middle funnel / bottom of funnel audiences from what you've attracted inside Facebook. So if I were to scale, you have to validate product market fit, focus on one single channel, and then from there diversify as you hit entropy on a single channel, or just offer stack and make a ton of iterations to your exact offer. The fourth variable present. What separates the losing brands from the winning brands is pretty simple, and it's speed. Yeah, although it sounds super relevant and super easy to do, speed outbeats anything. Any problems you have in business, speed constantly will get you to the finish line. The faster you're able to test, the faster you get data back. The faster you make iterations on what you just tested, the faster your business is going to improve overall. And the more you're constantly testing, whether it's different offers, different landing pages, different creatives, the faster you're going to build success for your business and build overall stability or capital efficiency. Too many times I see startup founders or VC-backed companies wait for investors or take forever to implement feedback. Like, there's a reason why brands can't get past $1 million a year, whereas the other brands are dominating the space. It's typically the founder, it's the founder's first business. The founder takes forever to implement ideas or strategy, and the founder lacks skill sets to ultimately generate demand for their business or generate demand for their product. Now, this ties into the fifth variable, which is product innovation. The brands that crush it are constantly innovating products. They're going after product verticals, right? I've seen one brand that sells shirts. Now they diversified its jackets. Now they diversified even down to socks and jeans and pants, so on and so forth. If I look at Amazon started as a book company, then transitioned into like an e-commerce platform, and then from there they went into 3PL services, warehouse fulfillment, so on and so forth. Like, the businesses that crush it have a moat, and the moat is simply going up the vertical ladder. You want to capture as many variables as possible for your customer base. So for example, let's say you sell a luxury product, could be like supplements, right? Then you can go a step further. If you're selling supplements and your ideal customer profile is versus somebody that goes to the gym, maybe you create tools to make their workout a bit easier. It could be a software app, could be something that tracks their performance so that there's constantly a feedback loop of results or positive results from your inputs. And then you can go up the ladder even further. Maybe it's a product around that tech that can allow you to see what you can improve on. Or even let's say you sell a mattress, right? Maybe you combine that with tech, so then people are aware of, okay, what is their sleep cycle? What can they do to improve their sleep, right? There's always room to innovate and go up the product vertical, no matter what business you're in, right? Could be clothing. Maybe it's you're dropping more collections of different jackets or different shirts, so on and so forth. That's the whole thesis of this. Nothing's going to do more for your business than product innovation, because when you innovate products, that's a whole new customer profile base that you can attract, and then you can downsell them or cross-sell them or even upsell them on other SKUs you do have once they enter your funnel. The best brands focus on one single channel, have all their communications in-house. There is a consistency of speed. Like let's say someone hops on a meeting and then that information, the feedback's implemented within 48 to 72 hours, right? And then testing constant innovation with creatives, landing pages, offers, that's going to improve your business. That's going to help you get from barely 10K a month to 100K a month in revenue. And from 100K to even $1 million a month in revenue, it's more of the same thing. It's you're pretty much focusing on one single channel, improving the sales funnel, improving the offer, generating that demand. And then from there, you're increasing the frequency that somebody buys back from your business. Could be on subscription, could be on consistent collection drops, doesn't really matter. But that is literally the formula for success. It couldn't be any easier, right? It's generate demand, constantly innovate products, focus on one single channel, implement feedback very, very fast, and then seek out outside counseling so that you can take feedback from people that have already crossed that threshold within their business, and then you can skip the headaches of going through trial and error, right? So I see too many brands struggle. I see too many founders quit e-commerce because they don't know what they're doing. If you're a direct-to-consumer founder, you're trying to get to $1 million a year or even $12 million a year in revenue, right? And you want to build a house and you want to have potential to exit your company, check out my website down below at scalevelocity.io. You can see my protocols. You can see the videos I broke down that generates ultimately the step-by-step guide, the 30-page PDF. I broke that down as well. You can see our testimonials from our existing portfolio companies. Go ahead and book in a call if you're eager to really build a house and you want to exit your company. I have all the resources necessary so that you can do this by yourself. But of course, with any business, you either pay with time and it takes you forever to reach that goal. You might not even reach that goal, or you pay with money in exchange for value so that you can get ahead of the curve and be successful in 2024. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.